Healthcare workers, let me know if you've experienced this. I've never actually reported a doctor before because people in healthcare have told me that if you report a doctor, you can sometimes become known as the patient who reports doctors. Because they're friends with each other, they talk, and when they hear that you reported a doctor, their thought is not, oh yeah, he is an asshole who mistreats patients. I'm glad he's being held accountable. It's, this patient's going to report me for doing nothing and jeopardize my license. Referral rejected. Our wait list is full. Another thing people in healthcare taught me that I'd never considered before is how well known and connected is your doctor in the doctor community. Because sometimes that can play a bigger factor in the quality of care you get, more so than their actual competency. Because there's certain doctors who are going to accept referrals from their friends' patients first. They're going to squeeze them into their schedule because they're like, oh yeah, he knows if a patient needs to see me. This patient's not just going to be a waste of my time. And I'm going to treat the patient real good because I don't want my friend to text me and be like, hey, what the fuck? You fucked up this patient care, dumbass. Whereas maybe a nurse practitioner is going to be less likely to challenge the specialist on the competency of their care. They don't have to worry about that as much. They're like, who the fuck is this random NP? Or who the fuck is this random doctor? I don't know. And I've experienced this firsthand because for 2 straight years, I went doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor begging for a colonoscopy and nobody would give me one. And then I saw a top dog, who I know is a top dog, because he pulled out his personal cell phone and called the phone number of the personal cell phone of the boss of the doctor who would not give me the colonoscopy. And an hour later, I get a call from the boss booking me the appointment. Not the MOA, the boss. And I was like, holy fuck. I should have seen this guy 2 years ago. For example, I got in for this testing that I was surprised I got in so quickly for. People were DMing me being like, damn, how'd you get in so quick? And then I walked into the appointment and they were like, oh my God, you're so-and-so's patient. He's one of us. We all went to school together. Okay, lucky me. But also noted. Interesting. So you can have a family doctor who's like the best doctor in the world who helps you so much and is so validating and blah, blah, blah. But then when they send a referral to a specialist and say, yo, this is urgent, they need to get in 2 weeks, that doctor's like, who the fuck are you? Get to the back of the line, babe. Whereas if you have a family doctor who's, but plays tennis with other doctors and says, yo, this patient's fucked up, they need in 2 weeks, your ass might get in 2 weeks. So that's some crazy politics that I'd never considered that at all. The other layer to this is that I have an audience talking about healthcare and injustice. And it can work in my benefit in some ways because I've been able to tell if a doctor knows about my platform and is deliberately trying not to say anything wrong so that I don't go and tell people that they did. They don't have to worry about that with their other patients. Who the fuck are they going to tell? You're not going to go and research and find out what I'm saying is a bunch of bullshit. So that can kind of work in my benefit, but at the same time, some doctors will be like, I ain't touching that shit with a 10-foot pole. Like, even patients will go into their doctor and show them videos of me where I'm talking about, like, what I would say to a doctor, except I'm going, so I get worried that they're going to see that and go, this is how this chick talks to medical professionals. No, not at all. It's more like, but, yeah, because some doctors have been like, are you following Jessica Watts to patients? And patients have told me this. I'm like, holy moly, this could be my demise or this could be my rise.